Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending on when you're doing this. Hopefully, you're doing it during class. All right, so we got the spaceship to be able to move, and we got the alien ship chasing him down. So we got that taken care of. And let me just double check and make sure. So we got it ready. All right, and if I drop down here. Oh, now it's going to chase me over here. How about over here? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it is following me around, okay? And a speed of 1 is not too bad. And that's going to increase as the level increases, okay? So don't worry about that. I will take care of that later on. So as long as it's chasing you, we're good. And again, we're going to increase it. As the level increases, this is going to increase. The rate of fire is going to increase. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now we want to have the alien ship fire at the player, right? So we want the UFO to shoot at the player randomly. So we're gonna have to come up with a code. So let's go to our codes. All right. Let's go ahead and start off with the alien script because we want to make some adjustments here. Add a few things. So I want it to shoot and delay, shoot and delay, shoot and delay, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot, and it's not going to be in a rapid succession because, like I said before, we're kind of using a little bit of the AI. And what we're going to do is add a few things up in here. So the first one I'm going to add is another public float. And what this one's going to do is going to create the shoot and delay that I want. Okay, so shooting delay. Okay, so I'm making a few variables up here. The next one is also going to be a public float. So I need to know when was the last time it shot. So float. And that one I'm going to go ahead and name last time shot. So because that's what I need to know. Last time shot. Right. And then I need to what am I shooting? Well, I'm going to shoot a game object, right? I'm going to shoot a bullet. So I need to create a bullet for that, for this spaceship. So I need to go ahead and identify that here as a variable, public, and we'll call it a game object. All right, and we'll name it bullets. Easy enough, right? All right, so where do we want this to occur? We want this to occur in the void update when it is constantly checking itself, right? This code is going to be an if statement. So I'm going to start off with if, of course, my parentheses, and I'm going to do a time dot time. Okay, so time dot time, what it's doing is it's looking at the, when you first hit play, there's a clock, an internal clock. When that starts, that's when this time dot time starts. Okay, so I'm telling it, hey, when the time dot time is, and we're gonna go with, I think I'm getting my symbols right, so I'm gonna check it here before I verify it. So if time dot time is greater than the last time I shot, uh, and also or plus my shooting delay, then this is what I want you to do, right? So I got my argument there, and my solution is going to be what? For right now, my solution is going to be the last time I shot. So last time shot will equal time dot time dot time. Okay, and I can close that out for right now. So I am checking. Okay, when was the last time I shot, and this is how it's going to check itself. Okay, So now I need to go ahead and kind of relate these to the player. So I need to go ahead and go into the player code. And first, let me just double check it real quick. Last time shot plus shooting delay. Yes, everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and hit save again just to be sure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue on from after the if. I am going to add some code here, so I'm going to hang on to this. Okay, and this is going to be one of the last things we do right here. I got ahead of myself, so let me regroup here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a code that allows me to shoot in the direction of the player. So the bullet also itself is going to be looking for the player. Okay, so just bear with me as I'm typing. I'll try and explain as much as I can. So we're going to create a float up here. This is to shoot. Okay. And what I'm creating here is a math formula. And this is going to be an ATAN2. Now ATAN2 is returns the angle of radians whose tan is x and y. So we need to give it a direction of x and y. Dot y, comma, direction, dot x. Okay, and we also want to multiply this by another math formula. Oh, multiply by math f again, and this one's going to be a radius to degrees formula. So dot radius to degrees right there, and we're going to shift it 90 degrees. Okay, float, and we'll finish that piece of the code there. The next thing we want to do is provide rotation to the bullet. So we're going to do a quaternion rotation. So quaternion Q, so we're creating this, equals quaternion dot angle axis is what we're going to use. Angle axis. And angle axis, if you hover over it, it creates a rotation which rotates the angle degrees around the axis. Okay? For you math people, you know what I'm talking about. And in here, I'm going to tell it to go with the angle, which is this formula up here. And we're going to use a vector 3. Yeah, we'll use a vector 3. Vector 3. Dot forward. So we want it to move forward. All right. And close that piece of code out. So now we're going to make a bullet. We gave it the direction. Hey, I want you to originate from this place, and I want you to look for, what I'm telling it is to look for the player, and that's what that 90 degrees is for. So now I am going to go ahead and create the bullet, and the bullet will be a game object. So let's go ahead and create the game objects. Object. This is going to be the new bullet. Okay, and this new bullet will be instantiated in. Instantiate. And we're going to go with, again, this game object, bullets, B-U-L-L-E-T, and we want it to go in a transform position, transform dot position, and it'll be in the rotation of the Q. Okay, so it'll be Q. All right, close it out, and then we want this new bullet to do what? So new bullets dot. We're gonna do a get component, so we're gonna do this one. Get components, rigid body. It'll be a rigid body 2D. So, all right, parentheses, and we're gonna add relative force. Relative force. Add relative force. New vector 2. And we're gonna give it and make it go at the bullet speed. Oh, you know what? I didn't create the bullet speed up here, so let's go with right here. Public float, and that'll be our bullet speed. Okay. All right, you can put the speed amount here, but we'll do that later. We'll figure out what speed we want the bullet to go, because remember, we're going to be increasing it later on. So as the level increases, we do not want to be shooting out a laser. Okay, so let's keep that in mind also. Bullet speed. You know what? I also forgot. We need to make that connection to the player. So let's go ahead and. Did I make that already? I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Player 1. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I got everything. Okay, let me see. What else? Close this out. Right. And then we're going to ask it, hey, when's the last time you shot? Time equals time dot time. All right. I think we got everything here. So this is giving it direction. This is creating the new bullet. Okay. This allows me to shoot in what direction, and this is the bullet that actually gets shot out of. All right, so let's go ahead and save that. Let me make make sure my angles are good. So we're back here. I didn't see any errors popping up in my code. I think it's going to work. So we're going to take a look here in a little bit, but we need to go ahead and just see what we're going to use to have this shootout. Again, I went to my prefabs that are already made, and I saw this one right here that looks pretty cool. It looks like a bomb, so that's one I can take into consideration. Or, I can create my own game object, right? We can go to 2D and we can say sprite, and we can create a capsule, okay? Or it can shoot circles, all right? So whatever you want it to do, you can shoot whatever you want. I'm probably going to go with this. I'm going to keep looking. I just wanted to let y'all know there's stuff out here. So that's the next step. Finding a laser that'll come out of here. You can either create your own, or you can even use this one and just color it something else. We already have something there already made for us, so we can use this one and just color it differently. All right, instead of yellow, maybe blue or green, or maybe even orange, since this is the color it is, orange. It's up to you. entirely. All right, so I'm probably just going to create a game object myself, probably a capsule. But I'm going to look, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to look. I'm going to go ahead and pause my video and continue looking. All right, so I really couldn't find anything that I liked. I'm going to go ahead and go with this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. I don't know, whatever they call it here. So let's bring it in here to the hierarchy. Let's rename this alien bullets alien missile. How about that? That's really what it looks like, alien missile. Okay, and let's go ahead and add some components here. We know in order for stuff to move around here, we need a rigid body. So let's go ahead and grab that rigid body first. All right, we'll get the collider here in a little bit. Make sure we take off the gravity scale, right? And for now, let's go ahead and add this to our prefab folder. Our prefab folder. It's already in the prefab folder, but we want to create our own prefab here. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw that sucker in there, make it an original, and there it is right there. Okay. Let me see what else we can do. So, alien ship, give it this missile. And as you can tell, I've already played it, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you a few things. Shooting delay, we'll go ahead and change that to 1. Last time shot, we'll change that to 1. Bullet speed, I want it to fly, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with 50 for now. If I need to adjust, I will. This came on when I first opened it up, so it's going to stay there now. So every time you, let me just reset this then. No, that's fine. It's good. Every time it turns on, it should come up. Okay. So let's go ahead and test our product here. We should get something, but right now the bullet's just going to fly right through because we haven't added the collider yet, right? We haven't done that part. So I just want to see if it works. Cross your fingers. Right. Ooh, dang, that was quick. All right, so we got some issues we're going to work over. All right, so let's change that speed to maybe 5. Okay, 5. Let's see how that works. That's a little crazy. All right. You know what, guys? I'm changing the wrong speed. All right. Keep the speed at 1. I was wondering why that happened. And our bullet speed needs to increase to 50. I'm not paying attention. So let's see how that works. I just want to see it work. Okay, my bullet is not flying, so let's figure out why it's not flying. Let me add some speed to it. Okay. That's what it was. Okay. So it is the alien speed, but you know what? I need to flip it. I need to flip my missile because it is shooting rear-ended. So let's flip the Y. Okay. So it should shoot with the head first. Okay. Should. Let's see. Let me increase that speed too. So where's my alien ship? 100. Let's try 200. Okay, let's see what that looks like. That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that. We're going to have to decrease the time because I don't want that many bullets flying out there. Okay, so I'll increase that. Now that we've played with the numbers and we know that it's working now, we'll just play with the numbers a little bit more to delay the. Alright, so now we got it the way we want. Let me double check one more thing, guys. I highly suggest you do the same thing. So as it's shooting at me, it's going to shoot at the last position that it times, right? So if I'm here, it's shooting here. If I move up, see how that's happening? Okay, good. Okay, good. I go left, I go right. It's following me. Okay, good. All right, so that's good. That's good. That's working. So next thing we want to do is go ahead and hit that alien missile and throw some collider on it. So let's go ahead and add a component. And let's see what we can add. Physics 2D. Let's add a capsule collider. All right, so that's not going to work. So we're going to have to change the size. Right there. Change the Y. Right there. Okay. That works for me. This is what's going to be making contact anyway. All right. So that's going to be good there. Let's go ahead and save it. File, save. And I encourage you to start doing save project also. Okay, guys? All right. So let's just double check and make sure we got everything we need. A rigid body. Okay, we're good. And our collider. So just like the other bullet, and we're going to go ahead and make this a trigger. So when this hits something, then we need a reaction from it, okay? So that's what that means. Let's go back here. All right, so since we made it a trigger, right, I just noticed we haven't tagged it. We have our laser tagged, so we're going to go ahead and give this missile a tag too. So let's go ahead and come here, and we're going to add a new tag. So I'm going to go to add tag, hit my plus sign here, and I'm going to say missile. Since that's what it is, alien missile. So missile. That's what I'm going to use. All right, so now I have that tag. Come here to alien missile and hit that tag up. Okay, so now we're good to go for that. Now we can tell our player one when it comes in contact with that, this is what we want you to do. All right, so what are we going to do now? Let's go into our player. Right, we're going to move some scripting around. Make sure everything's working fine, especially when it gets hit by the alien missile. So here we are on player one. Alien script, save that. Alien script, save that. Okay, player one. So let's see where we're gonna do this. Oh, I'm sorry, player one. There it is. All right, so all right, fixed update, score points. All right, so we got this where we lose lives. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new function, which is allow me to just say lose lives. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move some stuff around. So just pay close attention. It's gonna be after the hyperspace false. So it's gonna be void. Oops, sorry. Enter void public. Got to be public. I keep forgetting. With this new Unity, it's public. You have to spell it out. If not, it used to be default when you just typed in void. But now it's going to switch over to private if you don't type it in. Alright, lose life is the void I'm going to use. The function, I'm sorry, the function. Alright, so what I'm going to do is grab, let me see, grab everything all the way up to game over. So I'm going to grab, let me see, let me make sure I'm grabbing everything correctly. Yeah, we don't need the audio play. So yeah, I'm going to do this, lives, all the way down to game over, and the two brackets at the end. I'm going to Control X, and I am going to paste that inside loose lives brackets. Okay, just like that. So now, when I have a void collision, on collision, so don't worry about this yet. Let me see. Okay, there's too many brackets here, so let me clear this one out. So when I lose if my magnitude, yes, okay, so if this, then I gotta put a close bracket and tell it what I'm gonna do if my death force is less than. I'm gonna lose life, so I'm gonna go ahead and type in lose life. Okay. So that's one, and then I am going to create a on trigger 2D. So let's go outside of the audio play here. Another public void, and this one's going to be an on trigger enter 2D because I have to distinguish that missile. So let's go for that there. Okay, and collider 2D, yes, but I'm going to call it other instead of collision. So other. All right. So if other, and we're going to do a compare tag, and that compare tag that I'm looking for is what? Missile. All right, missile. Then what do I want it to do? I want it to go to lose life function. And follow that protocol there, right? So it gets hit by a missile, it's going to go to lose life. It's going to go all the way up here and it's going to subtract a life. Okay, it gets hit by a rock and it does, and the magnitude is greater than, it's going to lose life. Okay, if not, it's going to hit the audio play, which is that scraping noise that that I showed y'all a few videos back. Let me see what else I got here. What happened here? Alright, so there we go. And hit save. There we go. Public. Alright, looks good so far. Everything looks, all the brackets look like they're in place. And again, if you hover over them, this one should be my public class. That's one good way of checking, folks. Right here, you go to the last one, and it should say public class. Everybody see that? Good. Alright. So what's the... Alright, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Let's save everything. I think it should react to the missile. Let's Close out of here. Get into this. All right, everything looks good. Clear my console. So I'm going to move towards the ship, let it shoot me. Let me go ahead and do a shooting delay of 3. Okay. Okay, what happened here? Oh, okay. How did that happen? I thought we had that in there. Okay. Assets. Prefab. Missile. Okay. Alien ship. Alien ship gets this. Missile. Okay. It is tagged. Yes. Okay. Good. Let's try this again. Not sure what happened there. Alien ship. Shooting delay of 3. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm going to let myself get hits. Alright. And just like the game, I'm going to go ahead and let the bullets not be affected by the asteroid. What I am going to do is have the asteroids affect the UFO. So we will be having the asteroids. If they hit the alien ship, then we will have destruction. Okay. I think that'll do it for now. I think I'm running over on time. Let me check my log here. And yes, 30 minutes. Ugh, I hate doing that to y'all. But oh well. That concludes that. Play with these numbers. Again, remember we're going to be increasing as the levels increase. The alien speed is going to increase. The bullet speed might increase. I think I might just do the alien speed. So keep that in mind. All right. Have a good night. You guys don't forget to like and subscribe and be sure to comment. Bye-bye.